I'm Melissa Reed, and I am the counselor of the Iota chapter of Kappa Delta Pi here at Emporia State University. We're talking to you today about our post-initiation incentive program points used by Kappa Delta Pi. When we first started using our PIP program here at Emporia State, we had a series of points that we awarded our members for attending meetings and participating in the projects that we do here on campus. Over time, we found that we could make those more effective for our members if we upgraded to a digital badging system, which allows for our members to earn badges that they can then place on their teaching portfolio and professional career portfolios in order to obtain jobs. We have different level badges that can be earned for attending meetings, participating in our programs, and then taking their professionalism out into the community.
I am Heather Caswell, and I am another counselor for the Iota chapter of Kappa Delta Pi here at Emporia State University. And I am going to talk about how we created the badges and aligned the badges with the ideals of the Kappa Delta Pi International Organization. So when we created our badges, we wanted to make sure each badge would reflect how the organization looks at the ideals in the profession of education. And so when we created the bronze badge, we wanted to make sure the ideal of fidelity to humanity was reflected within the work that they did with that badge. So this level of badging would allow them to actually be active members of good standing and to also be able to attend meetings on a regular basis. The silver badge would allow for the organization to reflect the ideal of service. So in order for members to achieve a silver badge, they would need to, in addition to attending meetings, they would also need to provide service to the profession of education. When they moved into the gold badge, we wanted them to reflect on the ideals of science. And so when they would participate in activities for the meetings and service, we also wanted them to be able to reflect this in application level. So they had to go out into the community or into the educational practice and actually reflect some of the ideals that we were learning about and talking about within our organization. For the platinum badge, we wanted to really reflect on the ideal of toil. And so during this badge, the participants were needing to show their leadership role as well as contribute to education, profession, and advocacy efforts, and to be able to actually apply what they're learning in a leadership or advocacy role. As we began awarding badges to our members, we noticed that the KDP membership engagement model was also reflected in these badges. We noticed that the impact of personal came through in the badging work that was accomplished, the impact of career, as well as the impact of those we serve.
So we manage our point system through our program chair. So we have an officer who specifically keeps track of points. We have a paper system that we actually use. The members themselves can download a copy of the badging record and they can keep track of their own points. But the points have to officially be submitted to our program chair to become part of the record. When the program chair finds that one of our members has earned one of the badges, then they let one of the counselors know. The counselors have access to a platform called Credly. It's what we use here at Emporia State University to issue badges on our campus. So I go into Credly at that time and I can issue the badge. When the badge is issued, it goes into an email which is sent directly to the members. They can go in and claim that badge. Once they claim the badge, they can add it to their teaching portfolio or their resume, their job career portfolio materials. It can also be printed as a certificate, so however the member would like to showcase their achievement and their badges, they can do that. So one way our members choose to do that is on a personal website, their teaching website that they share at job interviews. You will also find it on their LinkedIn accounts. Any social media account such as LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook will interface with the Credly platform and they can share their badges in that manner. And then they can also physically print them on their portfolio materials that they're handing out at job interviews. Our students are starting to find that principals and administrators, superintendents who they interview with are seeing these badges on their materials, and that becomes a focal point or a talking point at their job interviews. The nice thing about the badge is it gives the criteria that the member met in order to earn the badge. So it tells exactly what kinds of services they were doing, what programs they were attending, activities that they were doing out in the community or the professional setting, and also those programs that they were implementing out in the school setting now become very visible to a principal or a superintendent who's looking at our students' teaching credentials, and then our students have those as talking points in a job interview, which they can showcase, that shows exactly what they did as a Kappa Delta Pi member in our Iota chapter. At the end of our second year using the digital badges, we are starting to see more engaged members. People are joining because they want the opportunity to earn the badges. We find our members reaching out to us for opportunities of service to the community or the profession that they can become involved in. They're becoming more visible on the campus as ambassadors to education. We're also seeing our members begin to make more connections between what we're doing here in the classroom and in our meetings to the profession itself. We're seeing it carry over out into their career as they become future educators. If you would like to know more information about how we're using the digital badges in our Iota chapter, you're welcome to look at our website online. You can see how we showcase our members on our website, and you may also email us for more information.